This is the first of 3 videos on personal transformation. Now I'm filming this at night after feeding and bathing the kids and putting them to bed and finishing some chores. It's coming up to around 10 p.m. at night in Dallas. The reason I'm doing this is to keep it real. This video goes out to those studying at the University of the Night, the makers and the rebuilders who are taking those couple of hours between your job and your other responsibilities, those couple of hours between all of that and when you fall asleep out of exhaustion, to actually do something to work on themselves and to work on their future. When people ask me if I've seen the latest show on Netflix, I really haven't because I'm doing this instead. I don't want to watch Netflix, I want to be it. So transformation's a buzzword, you hear it thrown around all the time. But from my own personal experience, it is possible to transform yourself over time, given the right effort and application skills, help, etc. You can be in one place, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, even financially. And then over time, get into a completely different place. You can change your mindset, the skills and the network that you've got, and change your complete experience of life over time. Rather than just plan on survival for another year, which can seem difficult enough as it is, or even just treading water, getting more of the same. I'm asking you this year to really chase after what you really care about, do what you really want to do. Much of transformation is actually internal rather than external. It's what goes on within your own mind and your own personal journey there, challenging your beliefs and your own limitations and constraints, and then materializing that in the outside world. Now, I know that that's easier said than done because we spend so much time not being ourselves, trying to fit into the system there and then keep up with the thousands of demands placed on us inside and outside of work. It's easy to forget who we are. In the Good Life book, I laid out a deliberate set of exercises to help you take control, remember who you are, and then think about who you might want to be in future. Now you can get those exercises by connecting with me on LinkedIn or sending me a message below. I'll also post the link to the chapters at the Good Life book website and you get started on that. So the next stage after understanding who you are and your values, etc., is to think about what you really want. Now again, that's easier said than done. It took me about 18 months after finishing my corporate job to really understand that what I really, really wanted to do, even more than running a business of my own, was to be involved in movies and music, and not just make that something I did in my spare time, but make that integral to what I did every day of my life. When we talk about transformation, it can sound like this big scary thing, but it can actually start from as simple a step as following what you're curious about and owning that and being honest about it and validating that to yourself, that you've got an interest in pursuing that and meeting others with the same interest and going from there. In the next episode, I'll talk about how to convert all of these ideas into actions. Right? But for now, download the exercises and do them, and then write down what you really want. Now for me, that was simply a 1-page bulleted list of everything that I wanted to do, things I wanted, experiences I wanted, how I wanted my life to work every day, the sort of people I wanted to surround myself with, etc. So get started on all of that, and I'll see you again soon. All the best.